Hello to all astrology lovers. In this video, I want to discuss the transit of the Sun through the zodiac sign Scorpio. This transit began on October 23rd at 1:15 a.m. and will last until November 21st at 9:57 p.m. The transit of the Sun is always direct for us. It never goes retrograde and is one of our main luminaries in life. In the context of astrology, the Sun is one of the most important elements of the natal chart, playing a key role in our personal identity, our motivation, our consciousness, life energy, and life goals. And when we talk about the energies of the Sun, it is about self-expression, identity, life force, our goals, ambitions, and creativity. The Sun also represents our relationships with our father and authority figures, or with a spouse in the natal chart. Moreover, the Sun is about the inner world, various life cycles, and the time in our lives. The Sun, participating in new moons and full moons, always interacts with our subconscious, the moon, and our psyche. Therefore, it is a quite important indicator in the natal chart. Moreover, the Sun, by the way, completes its cycle once every 12 months. Naturally, as it moves through a specific zodiac sign, the Sun expresses its energy through the filter of that sign. And in particular, we are now talking about the zodiac sign Scorpio. Of course, there are certain features and nuances in how the energy of the Sun manifests. It is very important to note that the Sun in the zodiac sign of Scorpio expresses itself primarily through deep, intense energies, because Scorpio is quite a secretive sign, very deep and very intense. This energy manifests here as an exploration of the inner world, where our emotions and feelings are expressed with a high degree of tension. Furthermore, here we want to understand hidden motives and hidden truths. Here, the Sun in Scorpio gives us very strong transformations and renewals. It encourages changes, especially in the context of relationships, financial matters, and personal values, because Scorpio symbolically represents the 8th house. And here we experience particularly powerful personal crises that divide our lives into before and after. Moreover, the Sun in Scorpio is about passion, it is about desire, it is about intensity. In relationships, it is about emotions, a certain secrecy, mystery, intrigues, secrets, and personal matters, names that we keep hidden. This is about determination, about willpower, because the Sun in Scorpio enhances our willful qualities and intensifies our emotional experiences. Fears, attachment, and jealousy are all manifestations of the Sun in Scorpio, very similar to the manifestations of Venus in Scorpio. And of course, intuition, the intuitive understanding of everything that is happening, becomes significantly heightened. Naturally, it is important to know in which house of the horoscope the transit of the Sun through Scorpio is occurring, in order to understand in which specific area of life this is happening. It will manifest, meaning its energy, the energy of transformation and renewal, will be revealed. Let's say I have an ascendant in the sign of Cancer, and this is my 5th house in the horoscope, which relates to my romantic relationships, my interactions with children, my creativity, self-expression, my leisure, and my hobbies and pleasures. Speaking of the Sun, I am a Pisces, and this is my 9th house. Here, in the context of everything foreign and overseas, the themes of education and long trips are present. If we look at the transit in relation to the Moon, then this is my 6th house, and these are themes of health, themes of work, and themes of daily responsibilities, the schedule of life, everything I do systematically every day. And by compiling this information based on 3 indicators, I can determine how my consciousness will work through the Sun. through the energies of Scorpio, and in what situations and events it will manifest. Now let's consider the main aspects that the Sun in Scorpio will make throughout its transit through this sign. And I will only talk about the converging aspects and draw your attention to their manifestations. On October 28th, we have the Sun in a trine with retrograde Saturn in Pisces, and of course this aspect remains with us during the new moon in Scorpio. The peak of the aspect occurs on November 4th and will last until November 12th. This is a harmonious aspect and creates conditions for reflection and reassessment. It involves giving structure to our inner personal resources, and this aspect activates the theme of personal power and responsibility, allowing us to make informed decisions regarding financial matters or close personal relationships. Additionally, remind you that the 8th house also governs spiritual practices, spiritual growth, and esotericism. Perhaps these topics will be relevant for some. Additionally, the energy of the Sun in Scorpio enhances intuitive understanding and emotional depth. Retrograde Saturn in Pisces emphasizes the necessity to recognize the lessons of the past, to find stability in this, and to discover an inner core within these emotional states. And here we may encounter situations where we need to delve into the theme of fears, into our insecurities, and transform these experiences and perceptions into a source of strength and wisdom. Additionally, there may be situations for healing and strengthening personal relationships on an emotional level, where we need to approach our connections with maturity. On November 1st, the Sun participates in the new moon in Scorpio. We discuss this in separate videos on the channel. Nevertheless, there is an activation of energies for more powerful transformations and for self-awareness. That is, new moons create situations where we face the necessity to free ourselves from old patterns and emotional attachments, to go through personal crises and some internal experiences. The energy of new moons pushes us to explore these hidden motives, our needs, which change the situation in personal relationships and finances. This is a time suitable for starting completely new projects, new relationships, and deep changes that certainly require courage and determination from us. Moreover, the new moon in Scorpio fosters intuitive understanding and awareness of our desires, helping us to identify what is truly important in our lives. And during this new moon, it may be relevant to explore themes of death, spirituality, occultism, sex, and intimacy. And this opens up completely new horizons for personal power and our transformations. On November 9th, we have the opposition of the Sun with retrograde Uranus in Taurus. A disharmonious aspect creates tense energies that contribute to unexpected changes and conflicts in the areas of our self-expression and material issues. That is, there may be internal contradictions here when our desire for stability and comfort clashes with the necessity to reconsider and reevaluate our values. As a result, situations may arise that will require a certain level of powerful flexibility and readiness for change. And this can happen both in career, personal relationships, and financial matters. And here we encounter unexpected discoveries about ourselves and our loved ones. Emotional upheavals occur here. Here it is necessary to make a conscious choice between the familiar and something new. This aspect may push us to break outdated behavior patterns and habits, and to see new opportunities for personal freedom and self-expression. On November 11th, we have the trine of the Sun in Scorpio with retrograde Neptune in Pisces. And here a harmonious interaction takes place, which will open up access to our intuition and creative energies. That is, situations arise here when we feel the need to dive into our inner experiences and emotions. And all of this can happen through art, various forms of creativity, meditation, and spiritual practices. Here, our emotional intensity will increase, and there will be a heightened desire to explore hidden aspects of life, as retrograde Neptune provides the opportunity to rethink, to re-evaluate our dreams, ideals, and life plans. And we may encounter a moment of clarity in relationships when our hidden feelings and true intentions become more understandable. The sun will be illuminating, while Neptune always leads us into illusions and deception. The sun here will be highlighting and helping us to free ourselves from old grievances, and it will strengthen the significant connections for us. On November 15th, the sun participates in the full moon in Taurus, and this is a moment of completion, culmination, clarity, and understanding. Here, the sun will create an energetic contradiction, highlighting the themes of material and emotional well-being. This full moon will bring us into a state of emotions and understanding why we need this material stability or material security, our comfort zone, and we will want to explore deep hidden motives here. There may be sudden revelations related to Uranus that will prompt us to reconsider our usual approaches to money, relationships, resources, and material values. And here arises a need for emotional honesty during this full moon. This will all manifest in the areas of life represented by the house. In the horoscope where this astrological event will occur, on November 16th, we have a sextile between the Sun in Scorpio and Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto will remain in Capricorn until the 19th. And here, there are favorable energies for transformation and the manifestation of personal power. However, the sextile is not a very powerful aspect, but it requires effort from us, meaning we need to reach for these states, this result. This aspect will open up opportunities for us to strengthen our positions in career, resources, and financial matters. We may encounter situations where our ambitions and desires for control are supported by our inner power and strength. And the sun will allow us to clarify these hidden motives and our desires. And Pluto in Capricorn will add realism to everything that is happening, especially in achieving our goals, demonstrating leadership qualities, and conducting successful negotiations. And here, obstacles will be removed, but again with the application of our efforts. On November 17th, we will have a trine between the Sun and Mars, which will already be positioned in Leo, and here very powerful and dynamic energies arise, which will contribute to the manifestation of our confidence and our creative power. The aspect will inspire us to take active actions, specifically in terms of self-expression, leadership, and initiative. This may also be related to new projects and new beginnings. This can be with even basic physical activity when we simply want to engage in sports. And we may encounter situations in this aspect where our ambition and passion in life will to be supported by a powerful sense of purpose, which is exactly what Mars in Leo will provide us. Moreover, there will be a lot of emotions and intensity here, along with charisma and a creative kind of expression. All of this can manifest in art, sports, and personal romantic relationships. And I believe that this is the perfect period to take some bold steps and move forward and effectively cope with any life challenges using one's inner strength to achieve desired results. This aspect will provide such energies. On November 19th, when Pluto fully transitions into the zodiac sign of Aquarius, the Sun in Scorpio will form a trine with the North Node in Aries, the node of the future. Very favorable conditions for achieving personal goals and for developing one's individuality. This aspect will emphasize the importance of following one's true desires and instincts, and this can manifest as aspirations for self-assertion and some bold actions. We may encounter situations where we feel the need to overcome something old and move forward. forward despite everything, using your uniqueness, your personal strength and will. The energies of the Sun in Scorpio will also promote deep self-analysis and understanding of one's hidden desires. The North Node in Aries will certainly encourage us to actively express our initiative and independence. Therefore, this aspect will primarily bring us some important revelations and changes in life. There will be to inspire us to make bold decisions, to take steps towards new opportunities and new goals, tasks. Of course, this will eventually lead to personal progress. And on the day of the sign change, January 21st, the Sun will form a sextile with the South Karmic node in Libra, which is the node of the past, and will create opportunities for us to rethink past relationships, of our social interaction, because this aspect will facilitate the integration of some lessons we learned in the past into current situations. In this aspect, we can particularly feel how our past experiences influence our current life, because the energies of the Sun in Scorpio provide exactly this emotional coloring and intensity, and it can highlight these connections with our past that no longer contribute to our personal growth. And considering that the South Node is in Libra, this will manifest in themes of cooperation, partnership, and interaction with other people. Here, our personal needs and the needs of others come to the forefront. This time is well suited for resolving old conflicts, strengthening existing relationships, and cleansing ourselves of unnecessary connections. And here, we can gain some super insights on how to work with our past, how to use our past to create healthy and productive interactions today, and to orient ourselves towards the future, using some knowledge gained in the past for moving forward to new heights. This applies to both personal and business spheres. It can manifest in absolutely any area of life. And now let's consider the transit of the Sun through Scorpio for each of the 12 zodiac signs. My dear Aquarians, the transit. The Sun in the sign of Scorpio is moving through your 10th house and activating the areas of career, public status, and your personal professional ambitions. During this period, you may experience quite powerful changes and transformations, specifically in your professional aspirations, as well as in how you are perceived in the position and professional status you currently hold. Of course, Scorpio will always add deep intensity and a drive for transformation, specifically in this area. During this transit, you may, by the way, change your field of activity, either move to a new position or start a business, anything related to your professional realization. The transit itself will create energies for a deep reevaluation of motivation, career goals, and transformations in your professional activities. There will be increased attention to your professional image. Intuition works very well here, so you can make decisions regarding your profession intuitively. You will have heightened passion for work during this period. The transit will create situations where changes in your career will occur. Various conflicts will occur, and disputes will be resolved in the professional environment. Hidden motives will be raised and revealed, specifically in professional relationships. New professional opportunities will open up for you here. You may receive support from colleagues and recognition for your professional achievements. Find support for your projects and business ideas. To work through the energy of this transit, be sure to pay attention to analyzing your professional goals and ambitions. Work on your image. Consider consulting a specialist, take communication skills improvement courses, or pursue professional development. You can also seek clarification on work-related conflicts to resolve them so they do not hinder your implementation. You can set new goals, and it's also a good time to work with a specialist to raise your level of ambition. This transit is very favorable for immersing yourself in professional projects. In any case, I wish you success during this transit. Use its energy to your advantage. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Bye-bye.